guys, Sean here. I couldn't let my guys come out to King of the Hammers on factory suspension, especially with trailers and side-by-sides in tow. So we threw on Bilstein 5100s on 3 different vehicles just to see the behavior changes under heavier loads and towing through the high desert. Let's see how it all turned out.
Today we're going to throw on Bilstein 5100s. Today we're going to be throwing on Bilstein 5100s. We have 5100s on the Ranger. We have 5100s on the 4Runner. It's about time we get some 5100s on my Chevy.
What's up, guys? We're out at KOH and we're drinking a lot of water. Here with Steve, and we got his Ranger. And I gotta say, the Ranger with the 2.3 liter, it has a twin turbo?
Yeah, single turbo.
Single turbo.
Yeah, I think
the thing is so much freaking fun to drive. I've got an 06 Tacoma with the 4-liter V6, and this thing is way better. I'm actually pretty jealous. So I love the way it handled. It's on 33s, Wild Peak, with on methods, and we just put Bilstein 5100s on his as well. So he previously had a SVC coil spring collar on his factory, on the factory strut, and then we changed over to the Bilstein setup using the factory springs, but basically preloaded the same amount, right?
Correct.
Now, I was worried that it's going to be very hard to tell the difference between both of your setups. What do you think so far?
I was afraid of the same, actually, and I'm surprised, actually. Okay. I'm very surprised. There was a slight break-in period, but
breaking it in
really helped. It smoothed everything out compared to our previous tests.
Gotcha.
There's still that little bit of jitteriness at the low stuff. But once you get up to about 30 or so, it's pretty smooth. And I was actually impressed with towing, actually.
Oh yeah. How did
very stable.
Okay.
So I was much more so, because normally the rear end's a little weird,
washy.
Yeah, right now it's much better.
Gotcha. So man, it is a dusty mess out here. But we've been out here about, what is today, day 3?
Since Thursday, day 3 today.
Yeah. And so before we left, though, we got Jeff Silverado on Bilstein 5100s, and we got Don's 4Runner on 5100s, and then we also got Steve's Ranger on 5100s. And so we figured, hey, let's just see what this stuff does to the vehicles. I previously drove Jeff's Silverado, and the first thing I noticed, and he said it before I did, but the bounciness side to side, and that was a lot in the front, but you said it was kind of very similar in the rear when towing, right?
Yeah. I noticed, especially in the rear, I noticed a lot when it's loaded up and towing.
Just like a lot more sway and
just sway, some extra bounce after you hit a dip.
And you're towing a Can-Am, and so the trailer and the Can-Am, how much does that weigh combined?
It's about I want to say about maybe 4,000 pounds.
Okay.
And then we had a few hundred pounds in the tail or in the bed as well.
Gotcha. And so we just replaced the wrenches in the rear with Bilstein 5100s.
Yes.
What's the biggest difference you see?
So the smoothness, I guess, the way it rides over bumps remained relatively similar. Stayed pretty much the same. What I did really notice, though, was when I go over a dip or a bump, it doesn't have the extra bounces in the rebound.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like a worn out shock. It'll hit the bump, settle, and that's it. I won't get the extra bouncing, the extra swaying. And it was windy coming up here on the 15, and normally if it was that windy, I'd feel a little bit of sway in the trailer. But with the 5100s, we did do just the 5100s in the back, and just that rear shock change made a difference in that.
Gotcha.
What's up, guys? Jeff and Steve from Shock Surplus. We're finally back from King of the Hammers, and Steve, on Monday you told me something about the towing on the way home. You want to let these guys know what?
Yeah, so with the Ranger, I tow a 19-foot travel trailer, hybrid travel trailer, weighs about 4,500 pounds. Normally in the past, when I've towed with the stock shocks, I've towed it many times. I've towed it all the way to Montana and all the way back farther, actually. So we towed it pretty far before. The truck gets really kind of unstable in the rear, kind of have to back off. I don't have any kind of a special tow setup. I'm literally just on the bumper or on the hitch, basically, if you will, which you normally traditionally don't do with a hybrid or like a big travel trailer because of the side winds. but this seems to have towed it okay. I felt comfortable. Towing with the 5100s, it was a whole nother level of confidence, honestly. And I'm not trying to be a fanboy. I'm not trying to, jazz it all up, but it made a big difference because before I would get real wobbly in the back, have to slow down back, back off like that, let the trailer kind of catch back up. And with the 5100s, like glued on the back. I could, in and out of traffic, I mean, it was amazing, honestly. And that's honest to God, real deal here. Very stable, very firm. Half the time I didn't even know the trailer was behind me, honestly. So I'm a fan just from that, just a huge improvement over stock. So,
And yours is the FX4, so it came with the upgraded FX4 shocks over the standard XLT
yeah,
shock.
correct. But not really helping as much as it did now. So
Nice. And I was pulling the Can-Am with the 7x14 trailer, single axle, nothing too heavy. I would say it's probably about 30, maybe about 4,000 pounds. But the truck is the RST package, came with the factory twin tube Ranchos, and they're just way under damped from the factory. Just without even towing anything, the factory Ranchos just felt too soft and super boaty. For this trip, we threw 5100s on the back, and just right away, it felt so much more stable. Towing the trailer felt stable, and I also do have the Sumo springs on the back, and that helped out with the sagging from the soft leaf springs that comes on this truck. And when I had the trailer on the truck before with the factory Ranchos, the Sumo springs helped out with that. But the 5100s made that even better. On the way home from King of the Hammers, I did not want to wait in that ridiculous line. So we...
took me an hour. So
yeah, and I was not wanting to wait that long. So we went around the main line, through some whoops. Not fast, obviously. But the biggest thing that I noticed is on the downslope of whatever it was that we came off of, whether it be a whoop or a bump, on the downslope, instead of getting excessive bouncing, it would bounce and it would settle. And I wasn't going super fast, but that's one of the biggest things I noticed, and that just speaks volumes on the stability, the extra stability that I got from the shocks. Now they're 5100s, 2-inch diameter shock. They're not meant to get you to go fast in the desert.
Yeah,
That's what the Can-Am and the Tacoma are for. This is just a daily driven truck that I use to go to and from work and to pull the toys out to the desert. So if you guys have any questions, hit us up. Ask for me, Steve, or any of our other sales guys. Leave us a comment, drop us a like, contact us, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have.
We're here for you.